So I would like to also ask a question that is a little bit away from that. I want to bring in the aspect of fasting, because many times the Bible talks about prayer and it also talks about fasting. And many of the spiritual leaders do encourage us to fast. Yeah, so can't I just pray only? Just in case, okay, I don't really, like, imagine, I don't really like, maybe someone out there, the fasting thing, can't it just be just prayer? Why do we have to add in this aspect of fasting? What is the significance of doing prayer and fasting? Is there something very special? Yes. That in case you don't fast, you're missing out on something. Yes.
So I love the Christian walk because it's a long journey. Yeah. And it's a marathon. There are times in that journey when you're going to feel down. You won't feel like praying. If you fast on those times, you're going to bring up your walk of God to a certain level. You're going to bring out a certain energy within you. The significance of prayer or of fasting is actually that fasting draws us closer to the Lord.
Amen.
That's the significance of fasting. Yeah, because the moment you begin to do away with food, I always tell people, and I use this normally I used to use this as you know, a thing to overcome a temptation. So if I was going through a season of my life, this is when I was a young Christian, etc. I was going through a season of my life where, you know, I feel drawn to a certain girl, and I feel like, you know what, I begin to judge my inner feelings about her, and I begin to see that maybe they're not the right feelings. Then I would take myself into prayer. Because if I can deny my body food, and I can deny it anything.
Yeah, and it responds.
Yeah. Of course, because food is the main thing. So if I tell my body no to food, I can tell it no to this, that, no to feelings, no to emotions. And then what happens next? Then all these distractions have been reduced. And then your heart is silently drawn to God. Yeah, so fasting will only do that for you. Yeah, so what you do with being drawn close to God is what will give you the results. Yeah, because so many people just do the fasting and then they do not pray. Yeah. Now, if you're drawn to God and you're still in your busy clutterness of going there, going this, doing this, and you're not cutting off time to pray to spend time with God, you've killed an appetite. You've seen someone who is like, you know, has a child, yeah, like my son. If I keep him hungry for a certain time, I will give him anything and he will eat it. But if I keep him hungry for a certain time and I give him a sweet, I have killed his appetite. He's not going to eat the quality food he needs to eat. So that's what we're doing for us as believers. You keep yourself hungering for God, and then you kill the appetite because you're busy here and there. Yeah, so do not kill the appetite. The fasting is going to build the appetite. You realize that in fasting, you don't even struggle to pray. Yeah. Especially if you're doing the right kind of fasting. Yeah. You know, you try to do a water fast for 3 days. Man, by the end of the first day, you're thinking, wait a minute, prayer is actually my food here. Like you go into prayer, I would tell my wife, you know, the first time I ever did this kind of a fasting, I told my wife, I'm going to eat prayer. So when she would go to eat food, I'll tell her, let me go and eat prayer. And I'm telling her, I would come out full. Of course, not in the stomach, but my heart was full, my soul was full, and I would enjoy it. Yeah. So you do not kill the appetite, because fasting has done that. Yeah, so can a Christian do away with totally fasting? If you do, again, I would say this, there are certain places you won't reach. Yeah, because certain times in your life, you need a spark, you need an elevation, you need a momentum. I've been doing a study on momentum. It's a key thing. I tell you, this is another topic on its own, Maureen. And like Christianity has not unraveled the power in momentum. Yeah, that okay, let me just use this one small example.
Please use it.
You know, when a team has won 5 games, I like soccer. when a team has won 5 games consecutively, it's impossible for them to lose the 6th game. If they do, it will be the worst loss in their lives. Yeah, they will feel so bad about it. But if a team has been losing 3 games consecutively, if they lose the 4th game, they won't feel bad, because that's the momentum. But so even for us as believers, as we begin to exercise ourselves in fasting, certain times you just need a boost. And fasting will give you that boost. It will give you the momentum, the vigor, the pressure, the glow, the excitement, the thing, the zeal. Yeah. Now you take that zeal. It will take you places. Yeah. Yes, zeal is good. Yeah. And sometimes the only way you're going to get zeal is when you touch the realm of fasting. And then you get the zeal, and then it can elevate you. But also, fasting, sometimes your life is too cluttered, it's too noisy. That the only way you can silence it, that the enemy's voice is too much. The only time you can silence it is through fasting. And then when you silence the enemy's voice, then you can hear God's voice. That's why many people say that I fasted and I got my answer. No, the answer was always there. You were not hearing the answer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because, and that's why I keep telling people, there's no magic in fasting. Yeah. There's no. And that's why if you do it poorly, don't get the results, that you want. Yeah. The magic is not in the fasting. The magic is that it creates an awareness of God. You've kept yourself holy in certain ways. There are certain things you're going to keep away from, like, movies, etc. You cannot be fasting and you're busy watching a secular movie. Yeah, like what results are you looking for? Yeah, you're fasting for the devil. Yeah, you cannot be fasting and certain things remain the same. Yeah, so you change around your schedule, you change around the things you're going to feed yourself. So you're feeding more the word, etc. Yeah, and then of course you will come out with results, but the results were always there in your life. Yeah, but you were not getting them because life is busy. I also get busy. Yeah, I've disciplined myself for now 2 years to fast every week. Maureen, every week, all year long, fast every week. That's been a discipline of mine I've carried. Yeah, but look here. Yeah, so because I know as a man of God, life gets so busy. At least I need a day or two in my busyness where I silence everything and I can connect to God to hear what do you have for your children? What are you speaking to me about? etc. So, and I tell this to believers, if you can just do that for yourself also, just to at least have a discipline of routine fasting. Don't just fast only when your church is fasting. Yeah.
Having your personal schedule of fasting.
Your personal schedule of fasting. It will work the same way prayer does.
Yeah. Wow. So I hope we've understood the gist of the fasting is to draw us close to God and to also silence the noise around us.